Good morning, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and today I'm down here by the river in Chattanooga, and I'm just going to go on a general little photo walk and share what I stumble across to photograph with you guys. Let's go down to the river and let's see what we can find to get a photo of. Come on. Some of the things I like to photograph typically aren't people. I do photograph people on occasion, but for the most part in Chattanooga, people aren't really keen on getting their picture taken. You get a lot of disdain, and I'm not interested in disdain. My life is already complicated enough without adding people getting angry because I took their stupid photo or something. So I tend to not worry about that so much. Look, they've made a ramp down the slope that's at a lower angle degree than the slope itself. I guess that's the maximum angle of approach that a wheelchair can access. Now this is something of interest. You see this sign, it's 7.5 miles. What that has to do with is this sidewalk goes all the way to the Chickamauga Dam on the other end, and it goes way on down around all the way down to St. Elmo on the other end. I have walked all of it at one point or the other and documented it in videos and blogs. I've also choked way up on my camera strap. This gets the camera a lot closer to my face. It makes it a lot easier to raise into position to take a photo. The strap will allow me to actually sling the camera at waistline over to the side. So, I have that all the way up, and I simply tie various knots in it to get that actuation out of it. It's pretty simple. Figure 8 knot sets it right here. Depending on where I put the knot in the line also helps determine. They're out here actually practicing crew. I don't know if you know what that is. It's rowing. See them out there? You got the coach following along behind in some sort of boat. I really hope this Zoom F2 worked as good as the F1 did, because it's a lot more user friendly. They've really done some improvements to that. The things I kind of look for when I go out on just a general photo walk, number one, I try to go I go when I can, but I like to go in the early morning and the late evening because I want the longer shadows. I just do. I really like low light photos of dusk or dark. I've got some of those images like this one, but today it's early morning, kind of mid-morning technically, but I have found this framing opportunity, and I stood there and waited about 10 minutes and got a few frames of stuff passing by. I was really wanting someone walking by because then I could center them better, but I got a jogger and a bicyclist, and so you take what you can get there. I'm looking for activity mostly. It's not so much about any one subject, but just general activity. Something else I vowed to do a couple years ago, I guess now, it's been a little bit, was to not trade up cameras as often, so I wasn't constantly relearning the cameras, changing brands or changing models. Even changing models within a brand seems to cause me to just never really master the machine to get the look that I was looking for, or to get comfortable with the camera to be able to make adjustments rapidly. I still get a lens occasionally, but as far as camera bodies, I haven't changed camera bodies in literally years at this point. The newest camera in my arsenal is my SL2, and I bought it 2 years ago. That, as a YouTuber is concerned, is heresy. You go out and get the latest and greatest camera as soon as it drops so you can get your review video up as quickly as you can, because if you don't, then you're falling behind and you're not getting the views and you're not getting those sweet, sweet YouTube dollars. Now, to be honest, I somehow have never really made the $100 a month mark on my YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure it's because I'm pretty terrible at YouTube. I've done wandered down a rabbit hole. Back on subject. This is something that's new. Well, newer, is these planters. They wasn't out here when I first started coming downtown. This area was completely open, and they've kind of made it to where it's kind of busy now with these planters. And like they've even completely end-capped to where it meets the main street here now with them. And I don't know if it's decoration or if it's some kind of barricade design. They're all down through there now. It's kind of neat. Thought that's just something worth bringing up. I had realized that I was jumping from camera to camera to camera, and I really was never learning any of them. There was things about my D810, I owned it for years, that I had no idea it did until very late in the lifetime of my owning that camera. It had a bunch of really cool features that I just didn't know it had. But now I've gotten to where I shoot this CL, even though they call this a gateway camera or one that's like an intro camera or a beginner camera in Leica or whatever you want to call it. I really like the machine. It's a great camera for just general walking around the street and stuff like that. It's light, small, it takes wonderful photos. I don't know why people want to put those kind of tags on it. And I've shot my SL2 enough that I'm really getting comfortable with how that camera works. I've even been using the autofocus some. I know it's kind of heresy, but I've been using it. I'm starting to learn the machines intimately. And it's just, it's actually making it easier to take photos that I like. That's it. If I could ever hope that you learned anything from this video, it's that you need to get your camera out and go take a picture with it. The more you use it, the better you get with it, and the better you get with it, the better the photos are. So until next time, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'm gonna tell you, get your camera out and go take a picture with it, all right? We'll see you later. Bye-bye.